driving down the M6 back to Evesham. Went out today to pick up or have a look at a Nissan 350Z with my friend who wanted to buy the car. Anyway, he had a look at it. It was as described. Happy with the condition. Deal done, and I'm helping him drive the car back. I'm just following him at the moment. He's in his current daily, and I'm driving the 350Z. It's not the best weather. It's absolutely belting it down with rain. We're currently cruising through some roadworks at 50 miles an hour. And it's surprising how much traffic's going past us. I mean, I'm doing 48, give or take. But trucks are going past us. There was a white Audi A1 that went absolutely belting past us at one point. So, yeah, I expect they're going to get something through the post. There won't be a subscription to Penthouse magazine. But the car itself, 15-year-old car, it's done 33,000 miles. It drives absolutely spot on. No creaks, no rattles, no groans. Drives really, really well. Ride quality is actually quite comfortable, but it's got some budget tyres on it, and yeah, they're tramlining a bit. What I am finding driving down the motorway is that the car's pulling left and right while the steering struggles to maintain direction, and I would put that down to the tyres rather than the geometry of the steering, because the car itself, there's no slack in the steering at all. It does go exactly where you point it. So yeah, I'd say that it's down to the tyres, and the tyres on the front match, the tyres on the rear match, but all four tyres are different, if that makes sense. So if I was my friend, the one thing I would do is change the tyres and put some quality tyres on it, all four of them being the same, and that would probably change the way that the car steers. But also, these tyres that are fitted, they're not particularly quiet. They're pretty noisy. I mean, all right, it's a sports car. The sound deadening is probably not as good as you'd get in a luxury car, but even so, the tyre noise is quite up there as being louder than you'd want it to be. But comfort-wise, the seats spot on. It's a cold, wet, miserable day. I've got the heated seat on. That's keeping me nice and comfortable. The heating and ventilation works perfectly. The air conditioning helps demist the windows. I've switched it off at the moment to help with the economy of the car. But yeah, the comfort-wise, it's absolutely fine. Nice seat, great driving position. Visibility is good. Yeah. Nice car. I'm sure he's going to really enjoy this for however long he wants to keep it. The engine itself, I mean, here comes another truck. I'm doing just about 50. I don't know if you can see it, but there you go. Truck coming up in the centre lane, barrelling right up the arse of a car that's stuck in the centre lane, doing what it's meant to be doing, following the speed limit of 50 miles an hour. I mean, it's not the best conditions to be driving a truck like that. I mean, I'm keeping a fairly safe distance from my friend in front, and I'm in a car that can probably stop in 1/10 of the distance of that truck. So there you go. Anyway, back to the car. The car itself, the engine is very, very tractable. I've discovered that you can stick it into fifth with speeds under 30 miles an hour and it will still pull. Sixth gear, not a problem at all. Really nice gearbox to use actually, and the clutch action is very smooth and very well weighted. So in terms of the way that it, the mechanics of it, the engine, gearbox, clutch are all fine. There's no clonks from the suspension, and the brakes themselves are very progressive. Apparently the guy we've just bought the car off has had new discs and pads fitted to it, and you can tell because when you brake, it does brake really straight, and there's no judder, no vibration, nice positive brake action. So yeah, I think he's going to really enjoy this car. And the binging and bonging that you can probably hear, there's a radar detector mounted on top of the dashboard, and it keeps, every time because we're going through the roadworks, every time it detects a camera, it's picking that up. And you're either into that kind of thing or you're not. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's, if you can turn it down and just look at the display, you'd probably prefer to do that. But the binging and bonging is a bit distracting. I mean, at the end of the day, if you know what the speed limit's meant to be and you stick to it, then you don't need that to tell you every 2 seconds that there's a camera coming up. There you go, it's off again. Not the best. And it's telling me I'm above the speed limit when I'm not. I'm doing an indicator 48 in a 50 zone. So, yeah, not the best. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick video update of the first drive back in the 350Z. Hope you like the video. If you do, consider subscribing to the channel. There'll be more like this coming along. Yeah, like the video itself, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, all the usual stuff. And I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye for now.